Keep it riveted, Jill.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone. Hello and welcome to Indefinite Lunch in Infinite Combinations number 189. We're exploring all of the Twilight Zone, and today we're taking a closer look at the next season 4 episode. We're on episode 5 called Mute. So it's about a telepathic little girl, and we're going to talk about it. And I want to thank the Wayfair Project for hanging out with us today. Thanks and hello to, Alfred Bester.
Always a pleasure to be here. I hear there might be some unregistered telepaths coming up soon, so I thought I'd drop by and see if I could help encourage them to join the Psi Corps, as is their righteous duty in the Earth Alliance.
Oh, okay. You were talking about Babylon 5. When you said Psi Corps, I thought of Starship Troopers. I guess they both have a Psi Corps.
I guess so. We happen to
Very
be
cool.
the official one, though.
All right. And hello. We also today have with us Gavin Blackburn, who was first again. Jamie Lynn is second, and here's Matt G, and he's got a very important question here, which I owe all of my members an answer. I'll probably make a post in the community tab explaining the entire drama and craziness that has happened over the past 24 hours that almost ended in me not having monetization on my channel. So it says your channel memberships are paused. Yes, they were paused because YouTube decided that my content was inauthentic and appeared to be mass-produced, as if I were churning them out via an artificial intelligence system or something, which obviously I do not do. And so as soon as I was demonetized, I did an appeal video, and I've never had to do one of these appeal videos before. Sometimes you have to do them just to get monetized in the first place. And so I just looked up some videos on how to format said video, and so I had to screen record my channel a little bit and show my editing process when I do edit. I don't edit all the time, obviously. This is a live stream. I don't edit here. But sometimes I'll take this live stream. Whatever. It's boring, but the point is I submitted my appeal, and it took 18 hours for YouTube to accept my appeal. And now we're monetized again. So your memberships will restart now. So they were paused and now they'll restart. They had to stop them because they decided I didn't deserve money, but now they decided I do deserve money. So that's the whole story.
Yes, they took away your memberships to protect you from Jill.
Yeah, for my evil mass-produced content.
This from a company that makes its money from health hack ads with testimonials by AI people.
Yeah, I don't know what triggered it, but I think I'll just have to be careful with my clips from now on. I know tons of big channels use really long clips, but you know what?
No.
I've always
it's your clips at all. It's just, I don't know. I think it's automated stuff, and their AI just, for some reason, decided to, okay, nail this one. And it's like, drop them first, let them prove themselves later, that sort of thing, I think. But anyway, it's great to have you back. Fortunately, it's only a day, but
yeah. Oh man, shoot! First, ask questions later is Is YouTube well, should I call them Romulans? Will they be offended?
I don't know. I wouldn't worry about offense. They probably do this to a lot of people. You're just a one in many, many that they have to hear every day.
Yeah, and
And
imagine if it was
because,
somebody who actually makes a significant amount of money. Mine is more of a hobby, but if it's your
oh, the ones
livelihood.
that make a lot of money also make a lot of money for them. So they probably aren't as quick to axe them.
Hmm, okay. James Caserta says Jill is mute. Yes, and this is when I hadn't gotten live yet. And hello to Tim. And Christian Fandom Geek is also here. Did you forget to press start? Almost. I almost forgot to press start, but I didn't. And we're here. No, I just needed coffee, and I have a double live stream today. Right after this, I'm gonna go review some Starfleet Academy. And Tim says, "Did Jill have 90 years without slumbering?" Oh, no.
Not sure I get that reference, but thank you very much.
Yes. Oh, and there's your channel. It showed up because you showed up.
Ah, another bot.
This is a good bot.
Good little bot.
Wallace. Wallace is here. Hey, hello, Wallace. And James Caserta says, I have an AI psychiatrist. It thinks I'm crazy. Well, the problem with AI is that it's going to ultimately agree with you wherever you want it to go so you can lead it. And so it's probably not the best
I
therapist.
don't know. It's a trap, I think.
Yeah. So let's review this episode. All I have to
Hmm.
do is share my screen, which which does take a moment.
There we go. We got a little screen. Now we got a bigger one.
Yep, this one's better.
Mute.
Mute. First aired on January 31st, 1963. It was written by Richard Matheson and directed by Stuart Rosenberg.
Hmm.
And so Matheson first wrote a novelette called Mute, but in this story, it was a little boy instead of a girl.
Hmm.
So they just gender swapped.
Gender swap.
That's about it.
Usually
And
goes
and
the other way anymore.
yeah, and people mistake his silence for traumatized muteness, which kind of makes sense. His parents just died, and you would want to talk
Hmm.
if you're a little kid.
Yeah, it's got to be rough.
And so we first we start the episode in Germany, in Dusseldorf, Germany,
Dusseldorf.
1953, which is 10 years before the events of the actual episode we're going to watch,
Mm-hmm.
because we got to set up what leads to this girl having these telepathic powers.
Yes,
There's a
indeed.
oh my goodness, it's here already. Okay, so there's some lunch for my children. I'll be right back, and we will discuss more about Germany in just a minute, and how
Well,
it's kind of weird. We just had an episode about Nazis, and now we're doing a
oh, well, these
episode about
folks aren't
Germans.
that. These
No,
folks,
they're not, but
no,
there are Germans experimenting on children. So
they
I'll
do
be right
have
back.
some rather interesting ideas. But go ahead, Jill. I'll be here to keep your chat company. Now, folks, have you ever heard of Psycor? If you should find someday that you start knowing things through some sort of non-physical means, if you should be able to read other people's thoughts, or if you have some telekinetic abilities where you're moving, say, coins like pennies with your mind, if this should all of a sudden happen to you, please contact your local PsyCorps representative. It's every citizen's duty to contact PsyCorps if they find that they have the wonderful gift of telepathy, excuse me, telepathy, telekinesis, telemarketing, all these gifts, then contact your local PsyCorps representative. The PsyCorps specializes in taking in young people who have developed a talent and helps them develop that talent further and put it to good use for the entire Earth Alliance. The core is mother, the core is father, and it is your duty after all. But don't worry, our telepaths have a wonderful time being part of the core. We give you these nice black uniforms, these nice black leather gloves, shoulder straps that are nice and shiny, black boots, all these things that make you look professional and ready to engage in the workplace. So, that was my little spiel for the company I represent. And I don't know. I thought that maybe we'd have more to talk about in the episode at this time when she needed to do her break, but apparently not. We just have a picture of Dusseldorf here. Has anyone been to Dusseldorf? Has anybody in the audience been to Germany? Is there anyone in the audience that has telepathic abilities? Perhaps. Oh, telemarketing? Good choice. There you go. There you go. Be sure to contact your local PsyCorps representative. Uh-huh. Heard about Mensa, but not heard of... Oh, Psych Court. No, it's... Here we go. Let me type it in. PSICORPS. Psych Corps. Like that. Kind of like the Marine Corps, but for telepaths. And we dress schnazzier. You'll look good in black. Okay. So anyway, there's Dusseldorf. Is this where they make funnel cake? They got nice roofs there. Nice little chimney. Looks like a river, I think, there with a nice little happy bridge. Germany, yes. That's where they have Lederhosen.
Yes, they do have Lederhosen in this
Oh,
episode too.
thank
Thank you
you,
so
Jill.
much. Well, thank you so much for that extensive commercial for
Well,
joining the PsyCorps.
we
I
we
thought you were
only
about to give
just
me.
started the episode. I didn't have a lot to talk about Twilight Zone.
I thought you were about to give a toll-free number to join.
Oh, shoot.
That's how good that commercial is.
Well, I don't know. Do we need toll-free numbers anymore? It seems like long
No.
distance is a thing of the past.
Yes, it is, but I'm a thing of the past.
Ah, yes. Very fine. A time traveler.
Right. So let's see. Yep, 90 years without
Oh,
Sunburn is a
I'm no
Twilight Zone episode
Scotty. Oh,
from the 5th
no.
season. Oh, well, well, nobody's Scotty, thank goodness.
I'm Timu
I love
Scotty.
Scotty, but we only need one.
Imagine if you had him in stereo. Whoa.
All right. So there's a special club here in Germany,
Hmm.
and they're getting together to all agree to research on the possibilities of bringing telepathy back to humanity using their children. And it is led by Holger Nielsen, played by Robert Boone, and his wife, played by Claudia Breyer. They didn't give her a first name here, but maybe she has a name. It doesn't matter because we don't really see most of these people.
We don't leave. Yeah. Uh-oh. And there's a sudden
Well,
end coming up too.
well, to these people, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true.
But
Well,
it's a wonderful idea, although I would recommend PsyCorps because civilians and some of them might be mundanes. That's unthinkable. They don't know how to deal with telepaths.
Yeah, that's right. And the telepaths don't know how to communicate with them. Really, they can yell at them, but if you're not a telepath, then how do you
I
understand?
would have been
Apparently,
interested in seeing how they develop telepathic abilities.
well, it's
Uh,
strange because the adults seem to be able to develop the abilities and still be able to speak normally. But children who should
yes,
be more flexible and plastic of the mind should be able to do the same thing the adults can do, but better because, as you know, it's easier to learn a language when you're
I
a
think
kid.
it might have been their choice for the children's to be exclusively telepaths and not learn spoken language or written
I
language.
think you're right. They decided, yeah. And that's
They were,
probably the cruelest part of it is that they're not spoken to, nobody's singing to them,
yeah.
not, all the normal
Well,
things of
well, you could
humanity aren't
sing
happening.
in your
Well,
mind
it's true.
instrumentals.
That's true. You could. Actually, it could be more powerful. So you're right.
Could be, but
But
once
they would
again, the
have to be
side quote
around.
would be preferable, although these people were basically going back to the ways of Atlantis, as one is often wont to do.
I think the world building of this episode is even more interesting than the episode itself in terms
Yeah.
of the idea of
Oh, yeah, the
building
idea
a
is
telepathic
wonderful.
community. And the only
Hmm.
way the children can be happy is if they're around other telepathic children. And so Maria's having some misgivings. She said, "Do we have the right to make these kids telepaths when they don't even get a choice in the matter?" And everyone else
Well,
says yes. So I guess she signs it too.
well, he's thinking about it. He had a pipe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. If you have a pipe, that's
That means
universal
thinking.
for deep thought.
Hmm.
So it's inevitable. Destiny demands it. And so that's his argument. And then you
Now,
get the opening narration. But
now I have a
okay, what do you
question.
got?
Before we go further, now that we have these people on screen, so the people we're seeing here are not only the parents. They were the questioners. I could see that they were the questioners, especially the wife. Really, she was the main questioner at first about what they were doing, not how to do it, but is it moral? Um,
Warner, these are not her parent. These are not Ilsa's
oh,
parents. These are the Werners. These
oh, oh,
these
but
are
later
Ilsa's
he has a
parents.
mustache or something, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because we see him later.
Yes. Yeah, they're the ones who come later, who
Oh,
are
okay,
like,
all right.
"Hey,
Yeah,
what
the
happened
people
to the
that have a
Nielsen's?"
sense of, shall we say, concern. So
Yeah, they have
that
reason.
lines up just fine.
It
There we
does.
go.
It
Question
does.
answered.
So
It's just
so
later I
it's
think he has a mustache, doesn't he? Or
you
did
know
I
what? I don't
hallucinate it?
remember. That'll be the great mystery of this live
We'll
stream.
find out together.
Yeah, does Werner have a mustache later?
I
Tim
have
says,
been known to
"That's not
hallucinate.
Dusseldorf in the opening shot. It's Passau in Lower Bavaria. I sent you a photo of what it looks like today." Hey, that's great. That's really cool
Awesome.
information, Tim.
You've got a lovely chat.
I do. Wow. I definitely did not find that out in my research.
Or is that
This
pronounced Passau? I don't know. You made
probably I
it
don't
sound
speak German.
French. Passau.
Right. I know a little bit of Spanish, so yeah, I probably mispronounced the hell out of it.
Oh, no worry.
But there it is. If you can see it. Can people see it? Yeah.
The bottom part?
Oh, there it is. Thank you so much, Tim, for that information. I would never have known that.
So it's still black and white today, huh?
James Caserta, I can assure you, you are not the problem. Wow. I'm actually pretty surprised. I'm on a Twilight Zone Facebook page. Oh, wow. Radical.
Wow.
I am too, but I guess I don't read it too. So here is the opening narration, which I will read as soon as we see Rod. So we'll just get more pictures of most of these people, which we won't take
Concerned
in.
Germans.
But determined to develop telepathy in humanity once again. Because, that's the other thing, is that they posit that before we had language, we spoke telepathically instead of in grunts
Yeah,
and
in
sounds.
Atlantis. That's true. And I'm
Yeah,
sure they
and then, well,
found
it's
out
in
about
fact in
this, shall we say, hidden history from the prior regime that explored such things around the world.
Wow, that'd been cool if they mentioned Atlantis. I like that.
I
So
added that myself, but
maybe, but you know what? I need to go read the Richard Matheson novelette. There may be some really cool stuff in there I don't even know about. Rod says, "What you're witnessing is the curtain raiser to a most extraordinary play, to wit, the signing of a pact, the commencement of a project. The play itself will be performed almost entirely off stage. The final scenes are to be enacted a decade hence, with a different cast. The main characters of these final scenes, the main character of these final scenes is Ilsa, the daughter of Professor and Mrs. Nielsen, aged 2. At the moment, she lies sleeping in her crib, unaware of the singular drama in which she is to be involved. 10 years from this moment, Ilsa Nielsen is to know the desolating terror of living simultaneously in the world and in the Twilight Zone."
I like how he basically used Serling speak to say, here's the beginning. We're skipping ahead 10 years. And then the main
Yeah.
character will
Yeah, that was a
enter the
Sterling
Twilight
flash
Zone.
forward. It is,
Yeah.
yeah. Not just a flash forward, but now we're in America. When it's German Corners, Pennsylvania, if that's not
Oh, yeah.
confusing enough.
Well, there's um, a lot of German descendants in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I'm from
In Texas
Pennsylvania,
too.
actually.
We have a city called New Braunfels, and there's lots of German stuff there. Right. We have Schlitterbahn. It's amazing. The hottest,
Yeah.
coolest time in Texas.
We have the Pennsylvania Deutsch, which the English said Dutch, but they actually intended Deutsch. They thought the Germans were Dutch because they were saying Deutsch in Deutschland. Oh, they're like, oh, they're Dutch.
Oh. Wallace says one of the frequent gags. I'm laughing here because I didn't watch Hogan's Heroes. One of the frequent gags was to get one of the dumbest Nazi soldiers to think that they were psychic. That's great.
He should have joined the Psi Corps. We would have found out for sure.
And we saw that guy return in last week's review too. He's alive. Oh no. The Soviets in the 1920s and later China in the 60s tried to mix human and chimpanzee DNA. Thank God it didn't work. That is horrific.
But
That's some Cronenberg kind of stuff. Even
chimpanzees aren't telepaths. What are they trying to do there?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe make us
Harrier.
Yeah, what else is that gonna do? So let's see. Herbert Hirschman is still producing. Richard Matheson wrote it. And directed by Stuart Rosenberg. Yeah, I got it all right. All right. So the sheriff is being woken up to respond to a fire in a little family home that's a little way out of town. And he's a little disturbed at the fact that the Nilsons wanted to be outside of town. He told him it was dangerous, and it turns out he was right.
German corners. I
Yeah,
guess that was their unsubtle hint that this is where German people move in Pennsylvania.
I suppose. Well, I guess it gives him
No, they
a little
moved to
corner.
places like Lebanon and Lancaster, although Lancaster's an English name.
So actually, I'm gonna go back to this for just a second because Frank Overton is here, and he's playing Sheriff Harry Wheeler, and he also played the dad from Walking Distance, one of the best Twilight Zones. And so also therefore, we get our Star Trek actor for the day. He is Sandoval from Star Trek's This Side of Paradise. So hey, good to see you again. Yep.
And I am from the Psych, where I have nothing to do with Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, I've seen that Walter Koenig on your show. Yeah. Trying to mess with science stuff, like trying to
whenever
get telepaths.
whenever Walter shows up to cons, he usually talks about Star Trek, not Babylon 5 too much.
Really? Is that on purpose, or I'm
No,
sure
he will.
it's
He
all
will
fans.
if asked, but usually most of the people there are for Star Trek. He's actually coming to MegaCon in Orlando, which is about 4 hours from us, but we just can't justify the expense.
Sorry, you can't make it. Maybe you can save for next time. It'll
Maybe.
come
Hopefully
again.
he lives another year. I don't know if
You
he's
know, he
going to
goes
the one after that.
everywhere.
Oh,
He
yeah.
goes everywhere all the time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Dutch Gradient, who streams with me on Sundays, did get to meet him like twice, and both times Koenig was kind of dismissive.
well,
But then I don't
he is
know
getting
what
old. I don't
I don't
know.
know what Dutch dressed up as.
Mhm.
Maybe that had something to do with it.
And also sometimes it's not the fault of the actors, but of the convention owners who are just pushing everybody through the line really quick, and
Yeah.
so Walter doesn't get a chance to compose himself, and
Yeah.
you might get tired every now and then
Oh, I'm sure.
being on all the time.
I know. Yeah, that's gonna be rough. It's like you want to be good to the people, but they're just coming through, coming through, coming through.
Yep, yep. And so Frank Overton was also in To Kill a Mockingbird and 12 O'Clock High and lots of other stuff.
That's good.
And yeah.
Yeah, he certainly had a presence about him.
Mm, yeah, he's good. Although he was a little more sympathetic in Walking Distance, here he's a little more serious.
Yeah. Although the lady who plays his wife, who you probably have there as well,
Hmm.
she was very good too. She got to do the emotional bits.
Yeah, he was serious and she was hysterical, basically.
Oh, come on. She lost her daughter.
Yeah, she is going through a lot of grief, and so there is that, and that makes sense. I'm trying to find where I had her, but I don't know. Barbara Angie Rose Baxley. Dang, they have her full name here.
How many names?
She plays Cora Wheeler. Hello, hello to Canadian Spider-Man. Everybody subscribe to Canadian Spider-Man. I think there's a. He said he's pushing the show to next week. So, are you going to do something at all on Thursday, sweetie? Never saw this one. Yeah. Well, I'm about to spoil it, James.
Yeah.
What? Oh, okay. Thanks, Wallace, for that trip down YouTube memory lane regarding chimpanzees and their sharing of fluids. And so Harry Wheeler calls the fire department to get on the scene, and Cora is worried for Nielsen's little girl. So she's already thinking about the kid right now. And we cut from the foyer light here to the firefighter truck light. I thought that was a fun director move.
Mm-hmm.
From one light to the other to the blazing fire, and immediately they give up on the house. This house is a goner. Just make sure it doesn't light up the whole forest.
Yep. Save the forest.
Hmm. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, and so bits of the house dramatically fall apart, and so they briefly and half-heartedly look for survivors. And by looking, I mean a fireman pushes the door and says, "They're done for. Poor kid." But however, somehow miraculously, Ilsa survived the fire and
Yeah, she
that
was
just killed her
outside.
parents. Yeah, and this is the big mystery that is solved at the end of the episode.
She
Anybody
should
who's
have
seen
been
the
taken
episode,
in for questioning.
yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. That's what I thought immediately because I've seen horror movies where
Mm-hmm.
telepathic kids start fires.
Oh, they don't know of her gift yet.
Wasn't there a Drew Barrymore movie? I forget what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Play Nice, hello.
I'm sorry, I'm not gifted with a great memory like Scotty, but
Well,
I
me neither.
do.
So
I do in my mind have an image from that movie. I don't. Was it called Firestarter?
yeah, that's it. You did it,
There you go.
and Spidey knew it too. I just remember the cover of the VHS. So
Wasn't it called
okay, so
E.T.?
yes, that's it. That was from the early years when YouTube was searching for content to carry. Yeah. I'm streaming on Thursday as normal and might do a bonfire later today. Oh, good. Okay. Okay. That'll be fun.
Ah,
Okay. I always want to stay on top of
don't
Spidey
burn
news.
any houses.
He knows how to control his fires. With with all those names, is she a member of the British royal family? Actually, I don't know.
I didn't hear an accent.
I thought I saw something interesting here. Okay. Good morning, Jill. Got an email at 2 a.m. saying you paused channel memberships. I don't know
No,
if you
she
already
didn't.
addressed this on the show. I didn't see a community post. Yeah, see, I meant to make a community post, but I've been working on
She
this
spent
show.
all yesterday trying to rectify the situation
Okay.
by doing an appeal video to YouTube. They paused it. They accused her of crimes she did not commit, and she was pleading her innocence all yesterday. And fortunately, everything has been returned to normal.
Yeah, I was demonetized and appealed, and now I'm remonetized. You're right, I need to make a community post. I'll do it later today.
You think
Before,
YouTube would send an email afterward, kind of like, even if it's a form mail, just an explanation that monetization was removed, now it's restored, everything's fine, because these people, your members, are their customers too. They take
yes.
30%.
Yeah, they should be informed as well as I am. Definitely
Hmm.
agree. But they're all just left confused. And so, but because we are going to have a late night membership stream tonight, later tonight, but it's going to be one of the public ones where everybody can show up as long as you're subscribers in the chat and members on the panel. And because of that, and because I almost got demonetized, I am going to give away some memberships today.
Mm.
And I'm going to do that now before I forget. If I can figure out how. Here we go. Membership gifting. Let's do 5. It's a special month. I didn't get demonetized.
Yes. We are all celebrating.
The
Yeah.
gifts you give us are rare and precious. We thank you.
Oh, did you guys hear that?
Yes, it was a transporter who arrived.
Yeah. Okay, so you heard Picard too. The gifts you give us.
Yep.
I forget sometimes what I put there. FKHC 2005, Tim got a membership. Lestrife also got a membership, as well as CG Redacted. I don't think I've even met CG Redacted, or if I have. Nerdy Film Girl. That's great. Ooh, I'd love to meet Nerdy Film Girl. And look, oh, Joe's Atmosphere got one too. Hooray.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to everyone who got one.
And while you're celebrating, folks, why not hit that like button?
Yeah, that is free. You do not have to have a membership for that. Oh, speaking of which, I realized that I have some emojis I can add. So I don't know what emojis I'm going to add yet.
Oh,
But
I've been
I'm gonna have
tasked with making a Star Fury emoji.
Right.
That's the type
right.
of fighter from Babylon 5, and it's like, I'm going to do it, but it's not easy.
1,000 what lose.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got
You have
1,000
a-
quat loose. Yes.
You also got something else.
Thank you so much to Old Man Bird for the $9.99 super chat. Hail to you, faithful Jill fans. Yay! Woo-hoo. Yes, that's the best way to celebrate not being demonetized, is to get a super chat.
Yep.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's play something random.
He accepted me for what I am. And that I have learned is friendship.
Ah, yes.
There are certain things men must do to remain men.
My congratulations, Captain. Dazzling display of logic.
There are always possibilities, Spock said.
Thanks again, Old Man Bird. And I think is let's see. Make sure your subscription is active and the alert bell is set to all. Thank you so much. And have fun, take care of your crew, and rock, says DJ Play Nice. Did I lose? No, I didn't. Okay, just checking.
Everybody's a winner here, DJ Play Nice.
Yeah.
Who
Let's
is a very
have
nice person. Thank you for dropping by the Wayfarer Project now and then.
Oh, he did. Yeah, you know what? He does. He pays a visit
Oh,
everywhere he can. He knows how to
Yep.
spread the love.
That's why he has nice in his name.
Mhm. Tim says, let's have more TOS game nights. Oh, okay. So you did enjoy that the other night. That was exciting. I need
Does
to
that
get better at
mean-
battle, though.
Does that mean the original series or terms of service?
It does mean the original series. I was playing Star Trek 25th Anniversary, and it's a lot of fun, but I'm really bad at the battle. I don't know how, I wasn't slowing down enough. And so fortunately, I don't have to battle again until the end of the game. But that's gonna be quite a day when we get there. And then we get to play Judgment Rights, which is still another original series game. So we've got a lot of TOS game nights to come.
So you don't quiz them on the YouTube terms of service.
No.
Hello, Gavin.
No, but YouTube would like if I did. Gavin says, hello, daylight savings time. caught me out. US, yeah, because we have daylight savings time now,
Yeah,
and you
they
guys don't
will
have it.
in a week and a half or so.
Yeah, so we're all out of sync. I'm sorry, I didn't
Oh,
consider
we're
that.
only 4 hours apart. We're closer together than usual. Oh, in my
Hmm.
time zone, Jill, you're 5 hours away, but normally you're 6.
Nice. So you're not as far in the future as you usually are, Gavin. Um, YouTube has terms of service? That would be a first.
Who's going to France?
There's France? I
Yeah,
don't know.
the 2 chats back.
Oh,
It's
it says, when does France
FKH.
do it? Well, Tim is asking
Does
about daylight
France do
savings
it?
time.
No, he says, does
Everybody
France
check
do
your
it?
clocks and make
We'll
sure that
be there next week. So
Really?
FKHC is going to France next week.
Oh. Wow, Tim. I hope you have a good time in France.
Yeah.
And Spidey is a celebrity in his own right, especially here and in his own neighborhood. All right, let's see if we can find our way back to the fire.
Now, do you remember this guy's voice in the he had like one line, but his voice sounded like a Disney character, like one of the dwarfs or something like that. I was like, "Oh wow, I've heard that voice I think on Disney films like the
I don't
animated
know. I mean,
ones
if
for
you want to
kids."
look it up, his name is Percy
I'm not
Helton.
going. Oh, Percy Helton. Oh, well, thank you. You looked up the important stuff for me.
Yes.
I'll check that out.
Jilly will have to do the show in French. I cannot do that. Oh, yeah. Tim is going to meet a lot of frogs soon.
Oh, gee. Be careful. They may not like you if you call them that.
He put frogs in the chat. Yes, I did, unfortunately. You can catch me later on another live stream, which I will promote at the end of the stream when I get through this here. That's okay, so we put a
Yeah, I
blanket
think,
on
yeah, I guess
Ilsa.
we better hurry up. Make sure we're done in
Yeah, I do have a show
time.
soon. No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. There's not too many notes and there's not too many slides.
Oh,
I was so afraid being demonetized that I got half the amount of slides that I normally do. Obviously, no clips, no fun clips today because of the threat of demonetization. So,
oh, Percy Helton is one of Hollywood's most iconic character actors. And he's known for Miracle on 34th Street, Butch Cassidy, and The Sundance Kid, Kiss Me Deadly, The Setup, and Wicked Woman.
wonderful.
So, but I don't see any Disney there, so I guess I will.
Too bad. But it's probably just the nature of that sound during that era.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, White Christmas.
So Ilsa is taken home by the Wheelers. They take her home. And Anne Jillian's her name is Anne Jillian. It was spelled Angeli Ann at the end of the credits, which happened a lot to her when she was young. And she goes on to be in a 1980s sitcom later in her life in a show called It's a Living. And Mae West, and she was in movie Babes in Toyland.
I vaguely remember It's a Living.
What is this episode about? A telepathic girl.
Yes.
And she's just arrived at a home. Her parents have just died in a fire, and they burned up.
A blip, an unregistered telepath.
Yep, that's what she is. And so they take her home. This Wheeler house was located on Lot 2 at MGM, also known as the Philadelphia Story House, which was the same used for the 1940s motion picture The Philadelphia Story.
Hmm.
The front doorway is the same where Cary Grant pushes Katharine Hepburn to the ground. Oh,
That's rude.
yeah, I know that does sound really rude. I haven't seen that.
I didn't know Cary Grant mounted ladies like that.
I have no idea. I'll have to see the movie, The Philadelphia Story. The same house was also used for The Parallel, with only a few changes made, including the house number. And this is the same house Bob Fraser walks up to and knocks on the door in Stopover in Quiet Town. And all this information is brought to you by Graham's Junior Martin's The Twilight Zone, unlocking the door to a television classic. And so we get a dramatic note where Harry says they're going to use Sally's bedroom, and he corrects himself to say the other bedroom.
Hint, hint.
Yeah. So Sally's bedroom is understandably still set up for her, even though she's gone. So she's.
But we don't know that until coming up.
Yeah, but I mean, you can infer it from the fact that there's no little girl, unless she's on a foreign exchange program.
Which she could be. She could be in Dusseldorf for all we know.
Right? I don't know.
Or France.
But then they telegraph it even harder, because then she says, "Oh, you look just like Sally." And so we see the mental instability already here, like just the projection of her loss onto this other little girl.
Well, the other girl was reading her. The other girl is a telepath.
Yeah.
I don't think the mundane was projecting onto her. The little girl read it. Although probably
she does that
emotions.
She can just feel the emotions right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It isn't until later that she knows exactly what happened. But now Harry's making some coffee. Has anybody in the chat ever had a coffee pot like this? I've never seen one. It's kind of impressively large.
I think I've seen a similar one that my parents had when I was young.
Yeah, I've never seen one like this. Really old looking. And so they talk about how she's not deaf or dumb or R word or anything, but back then that word was not a bad word. It was actually a very kosher word to use, or good word to use for people.
Yeah.
It was a medical term.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Yesterday's medical terms, people get, I don't know, funny about how they get used, because then a bunch of people say it in a not kind way, and all of a sudden it loses its status as a medical term. And
yeah, it's
then
no
we
longer
have to change
acceptable.
the language as a result. It's like, come on, people, stop ruining words.
Yeah, it's no longer acceptable to use the word retarded, but it is used here in this. Yeah, but it's just that one time because it's in the script. If it's in the script, we can say it once or
in
twice.
music, you can say retardando.
Yeah, and you also use it in science.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's a word, just means slowed down. That's really what it means.
Mm-hmm. And basically, they just want us to know that there's nothing wrong with her physically or mentally. There's just something else going wrong with her. And, well, besides her parents having just died. And speaking of which, she's laying in bed and she's finding out that they have died. She gets a flash. She's actually able to project out to her home to discover them trapped and gone. And now she's cut off from everybody who knows telepathy because they decided to be in America and the rest of them are in Europe.
Well, another thing, couldn't someone also lose their capacity to speak through, like some sort of post-traumatic stress,
That's
which
true.
a fire would qualify as such? Now, here's the question I had this
Especially a
time. It's
fire.
like,
Yeah.
does the sheriff showing up to a fire get all the surviving children from that fire if there happens to be one? Does he get to just take them into his own house?
It does seem to be what's happening here, but I think the idea is that they don't know where to put her. I guess they could have put her in an orphanage,
Oh yeah, I
but
know you wouldn't prefer that. You'd rather a
no.
nice family do it, but the thing is legally, you know,
Yeah. Well, I
what could
guess
they
he's the
do?
sheriff, so he gets to do what he wants. That's
Okay.
how it works.
I am the law.
I don't know. That's a good question. They do make a big point that it's his duty to find out where her family is. So that's the
Mm,
first clue.
it's responsible, yeah.
Like maybe he only intended to have her for a short time, but just find out where she's supposed to be.
Yeah, get that face on milk cartons.
Exactly. No, that is a good question. Legally, I have no idea how things worked in the 60s.
Well,
Today,
it
you're
is the
right. This
Twilight
would not,
Zone.
yeah, today you're right. You could not just take a random kid who just lost her house home with you. I like when Brian Blessed says the R word. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I had to hear about that when we reviewed the movie Flash Gordon.
Oh man. Yeah. Did he call Flash the R word?
No, I think it was a separate bit not related to Flash Gordon.
Okay, yeah. No, I don't remember that being a line in Flash Gordon either.
Okay,
Although
so
Flash did call Ming a psycho.
Wallace says that he likes standard time. Yeah, okay.
Well,
Because your
it's not
circadian
standard
time.
anymore. Now we're saving daylight from the clutches of evil.
Mm-hmm. And Jillian was a pretty little girl in the 60s. Yes, she was. And so Ilsa is pleading to speak telepathically to her mother and father, and she realizes that had perished. She tries to flee, but she's still half swaddled in a blanket, so she falls over.
Now, one thing I would have done here is, especially in this scene when she has visions of her parents in the fire, the audience knows what she's thinking there, so they don't have to use um, words to represent her thoughts. And by doing that, it kind of like spoils it a bit. It's like, okay, she doesn't use spoken language. She wasn't raised with spoken language, but she thinks in words. Because, later when she's got the boat there as a picture, and she's like, they're trying to teach me about boats, but you don't need words for that. It's like, you're thinking in words, little girl. It's like it would have been, I think, more effective if they didn't have her thoughts in words.
But how would they convey her thoughts
Well, here
if
they
they
don't
couldn't
have
use
to. You
words?
could see the imagery of
Well,
the
you can hear
parents in the
yeah,
fire, so you could see what she's thinking and then look at the expression on her face, and pretty obvious.
you can infer it. That makes sense. Sort of. Hmm.
Now,
That is
later,
interesting.
when she
How
meets
how
that teacher, yeah, the teacher's thoughts and her name can definitely be expressed in words. But here, the first time you see her thinking, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of weird for her to be thinking in words that she never learned, you know?
Hmm. Yeah, that is true. I'm not sure exactly how her parents taught her to communicate. And if she learned English through telepathy, why not also teach her literacy? They didn't teach her how to read, they didn't teach her how to write. And there are some major questions, but I need you to I need to go help my daughter with something, and I'll be
Okay.
right back.
All right. Well, folks, at least we got into the story a little further. Now I can, I guess, improvise on this concept. I guess for me, it's like, it's not a ruining thing, but um, when you're thinking about the fact that she can't speak, it's not because of physical problems, it's because she was never taught language. So for her to be thinking, especially since she's from Germany, also, and her parents are German, of course, living in Pennsylvania, so maybe they learned English. I don't know. But yeah, it's just a little bit weird, especially I don't think any of the scenes where they're showing her thoughts visually that you need to hear those thoughts in words. It's more, it's like the show don't tell, and you don't need to be obvious about it, especially when it kind of breaks with what they're trying to establish. That's all I'm saying. But maybe they felt, well, the audience wouldn't understand. This is the first telepath they've ever seen on TV, so that might have been it. I don't know. And I guess, yeah, the Twilight Zone is like thinking, well, a lot of our audience may not really be, like us, real sci-fi mystery and otherwise enthusiasts of creative subjects. Maybe they're thinking the average TV watcher needs a little help. I don't know. But in any case, yes, they do use words for her thoughts.
They do.
I recognize that you are using an image of Walter Koenig as your Wayfarer icon. Yes, Wallace, I am. But this is Walter Koenig as Alfred Bester from Babylon 5. He's a Psi cop. And the Psi Corps on Babylon 5 is in the future, part of the Earth Alliance, and basically all human telepaths are required to be registered with Psi Corps. So I'm just kind of looking in on this show, and I'm seeing, at least so far, one unregistered telepath.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, she still is unregistered. That's true. She hasn't even met the other telepath kids. So, Q2C, Madman is in the chat, just passing by to say hi to all as I'm setting up my 3 p.m. live stream. Yes, which I will be there and I will be promoting your stream right at the end of my show. And thank you so much for passing by. And I can't wait to see what you got in store for us. It's going to be fun. We're going to be talking about the filth.
oh, you could also say to Q2 Cast, if you set up the in your settings in YouTube under community, if you set up permissions for Jill to direct people, her audience,
Yeah,
to your
yeah.
stream, if you give her permissions there, she'll be able to redirect. So the audience will go there automatically.
Yeah, that would be neat if I can do that. I'll try it later when we're done with the review and see if it's been turned on.
Q2 Cast is there now, this can be done.
It has? Okay. True, but
Cool.
I'd rather get my review done and we'll worry about that later. Phantom Out maybe I just couldn't find it. It's possible that I just couldn't find the stream. Phantom Outsider is here. Hello. All right. So, Cora comes to comfort her and Ilsa is screaming in her mind, obviously in great pain and grief. And so in the next photo, we see a representation of Cora's grief here in the photo of Sally. And there's this bit of an issue where Cora is sort of replacing Sally with Ilsa, or just like Not necessarily, but
There's a
there's
void there.
yes,
Perhaps she's trying to fill that void.
yes. And so the Wheelers determined they don't have any way to reach her relatives because everything burned in the fire because there were just no public records at all of this family existing.
Hmm.
And the Wheelers decide to try and contact people in Europe who were in contact with the Nielsen. So they corresponded every month. So that's the only connection they seem to have with the outside world.
Yeah. Well,
And
it's hard to track down the descendants of Atlanteans.
they're pretty good at hiding.
I added that, folks. If you're just joining us, they
Mhm.
don't attribute them to being Atlanteans in this episode.
Oh, okay. Wallace has to go. Enjoy, Wallace. Enjoy your time online, and I hope to see you again some other time.
Farewell.
We enjoyed having you. So, and the Wheelers, they basically deduced that her parents, since her parents didn't let her talk, that they were neglectful. And they finally, because of course they don't know about the experiments.
Well,
And this finally explains to Harry how Harry's now realizing, wow, that family never let Ilsa go to school. Now I kind of understand.
Rosebud.
And he wants to send her to school, but Cora is hesitant. And anyway,
Well,
yeah, they don't know anything about the secret society who are learning telepathy.
not that that would have made it better for them.
Well, it would have
I think they
explained some
still,
things.
yeah, they probably still would have been like, I think we're going to send her to school. German secret societies don't necessarily come up with the best ideas.
Yeah.
And plus, you would figure they're probably like, dude, telepathy? Seriously.
You know, I really like this scene because they're at dinner and you can hear the world through her ears. So when they're talking, it kind of sounds garbled and
Yeah, they did a good job
disorienting.
with that. Yeah. I mean, the language is kind of garbled when she's perceiving other people speaking it because she hasn't learned it. But then why does she think those words? That's what I was getting at.
Well, she must have been taught some kind of language in telepathic form, but for the sake of the audience, she's learned
Yeah, but you don't know how these
it's
words
explained in
sound unless you
English.
hear them.
Yeah. Yeah, there has to be a disconnect between spoken words and whatever language was in her mind in order for her to not know
Well,
how to
especially
speak.
later when they're teaching her about boats using the word boat, and she's like, "You don't need to teach me this using words." It's like, okay,
Yeah.
then why are you
Yeah,
thinking
you
words?
just stare at a picture and it suddenly comes to life.
Well, you think of, you don't, I mean, if you have a concept of a boat by seeing one, it becomes that shape or it becomes that thing on water floating, it's just not in words. The imagery would have been enough, but I don't know. I guess I'll just get off of that and we'll proceed with the
It's
episode.
an interesting concept
Yeah.
because clearly she was not taught any sort of literacy, so why would she be taught the actual language if it wasn't necessary in
No,
order
I
to
don't think
communicate?
she was. I think that's what they were saying in that scene with the boat and her saying, "What are you using words for?"
Okay, yeah, so you're taking just that one scene. I thought it was
Well,
confusing
and
too, where she's like, why do you
expanding on it because
Yeah.
also, in earlier scenes, like the first time she's thinking in words, but here, when she hears people speak, she doesn't understand it. Kind of, it's garbled, so she obviously doesn't understand the sounds of these words. So why does she think with them?
Yeah. Yeah, so her thinking in words contradicts that thought.
Yeah.
So they play a bit for us to understand. So we hear it as we hear it, but then it turns back into noise again.
Yeah.
And then she starts Ilsa hears Cora speaking comforting words to her with her mind, and this makes the girl feel better until Cora speaks again and she runs away to her room
Hmm.
to stare out of the window where we are now. Or not now. I guess we have dinner to look at. I don't know when it's meat and potatoes. That's where she's comforting her. See, she has a smile there, but then she doesn't, and then she runs away. There we are. Now we're in her room, and Cora may not know how to communicate with Ilsa, but Ilsa can read her mind, and she sees
Yeah.
her thinking about having lost her. Hold on just a moment.
Oh my goodness. That was some telepathy right there. I all of a sudden got these thoughts of a child speaking. Was
Yeah.
it
Yeah, speaking of little girls, yes. And so she sees her grief. Ilsa sees Cora's grief. And she sees the day that Cora lost her little girl to a drowning accident, where she was swimming in a lake.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, Ilsa becomes sympathetic to Cora, feeling sorry for her. And at the next meal, she becomes a lot more friendly to her after this point.
Yeah.
So she's got a lot of empathy, this kid.
Mm-hmm.
And Ilsa looks at the phone expectantly. So we're not there yet.
Yeah, I think the empathy came from her mother, the one who was questioning the decision in the first place.
That's not her mother. That is another lady.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Damn it.
That would have been nice, though. That would have been nice if they would have added something like that there. Where we're going, we don't need words, says Phantom Outsider. So, yeah, so she knows the phone's going to ring before it has, and she knows that it's going to be the people from Europe, or at least regarding the people from Europe. There are letters that Harry needs to go see about. And Elsa's very happy that things are starting to move. She's going to be, but now they'll come and get me. Take me to the other children who are the way I am.
Mm.
And Harry returns, though, seeing that he was not able to read the letters. They were protected because it's from a secret society, a secret science society. So they're protected letters. But he was able to get the addresses so he can write to them.
Ah, they didn't secretify that.
And they use this kind of water effect to show that she can see through walls. Like she can see from far away, just like she saw her parents earlier. She can see through to other locations.
Yes,
And
she's
and
truly gifted.
she is. And Harry writes to the people in Europe. And
Dear
Cora starts.
European people.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I remember those Nielsen's where they're dead. And we have her daughter.
Are you still there, Jill? Oh.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I went into a fit because the way I read that sounds threatening.
We have your daughter. Oh, no. We have your friend's daughter. We collect German daughters.
Yeah, it's starting to sound a bit like Taken. Like Harry might be a sheriff, but does he have the right? So, but he says it's my duty to find her relatives.
That's Liam Neeson, not Nielsen.
Who are they? And what they are is none of my business. And Cora says the welfare of a child is everyone's business. And Harry says we're not in a position to decide for her. And he understands her grief.
You took her into your home, though.
Yeah, you pretty much took on the responsibility of her
Yeah.
welfare as soon as she shows up.
You know, the local CPS. Now, I'm not saying that would be better, but that's what would happen today, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, today that is.
And then they would just
this
send
episode
the
wouldn't happen
child to
today.
some random foster family.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as
who may not
government
be.
do it, it's a better decision.
Yeah, and then who may not be as not be as nice as the what are their names again? Harry and Cora. What are their last names? Wheeler.
Wheeler, yes. Wheeler. No, they're not German. This will be the English Wheelers.
Mm-hmm. So Ilsa senses this and she's just delighted that she's going to be with the other telepath soon. And Harry leaves the letter sticking out of the mailbox. And so, but Cora is still grieving over Sally, and she doesn't want Ilsa going anywhere, so she burns the letter.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not the right way to go about it, Cora. And I don't know.
She's doing something with her mind there.
This is definitely wrong. Like, you can defend Cora all you like.
Only if she was telekinetic, the girl could have put out that fire.
That's right. Yeah, so
or
we
the
learned
fire
here.
that killed her parents, but nope.
Yeah, she could have used that water from her mind to put out this fire.
Oh, yeah. They didn't have that in the budget, though, for the special effects.
Well, no, the special effects of the water was supposed to be her looking through walls. But she can look, but she couldn't put out the fire. Yeah, this is the worst thing that Cora does the whole episode. And it's not right.
Well, at least she got it out of her system.
The postmaster would be really upset.
Oh, yeah. Once it's in the mailbox, it belongs to the United States Postal Service until it reaches its destination.
Also really upset is Ilsa. She sees that the letter is being burned and she panics because she can't tell Harry about it.
Mm-mm.
And so she starts running through the streets, and we go to the square here. They'll never find me now. Never, never.
Where they have an egg.
Crying.
Oh, no, that's a street light. Never mind.
An egg. Oh, yeah, kind of looks like a Horta egg. It's silicone.
Fancy.
And so the streets look very familiar because this is lot 2 on MGM, the same park that you can see in walking distance, a stop at Willoughby, No Time Like the Past, and I Sing the Body Electric. So this is also where the other little girl almost got run over.
Too bad they didn't go to that company and get a nanny from there, a grandma from there.
Oh, that might be an interesting idea. The grandma, those robots are telepathic too. That's a great idea. You're always crossing over the episodes.
Yeah.
But in this case, that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, well, it is one zone called the Twilight Zone.
Mm. And she even uses her telepathy to yell out to anyone who could read her, but of course no one can. Everyone surrounds her until Cora comes to get her, and Cora for no reason yells at everybody to leave her alone. They're not trying to hurt her or anything. They're just concerned, but apparently they need to be yelled at. And so that's that. And more time goes by, but we're not really too sure how much time has passed. I'm not sure how much time has passed, but eventually Miss Frank shows up and she's going to put or she's being asked to put Ilsa in school. Harry has had enough and it's time for her to learn to speak.
Yeah, and she's going to make sure all the German corners are fitting within the square.
Mhm.
She's kind of like an inverse Mary Poppins in a way.
Yeah, and especially in dress. I
But we'll
I
see
could
some
see that.
interesting characteristics for her.
Yeah, she's played by Irene Daly. I wish I knew about her because she's award winning and
Well,
did a
I
lot of
can
stuff.
do a little research here quick. Unless our chat would like to share some info on Irene Daly.
Well, I mean, I could read the stuff that she was in, but I've never seen No Way to Treat a Lady or Daring Game or, oh, I should have seen Amityville Horror. That might be one people knew. Yeah,
Oh,
as for
yeah.
the other TV shows, she was in The Defenders.
Okay, so I don't need to look it up. There you go.
Yeah, no, I have it. It's just I can't speak on it. I'm just saying words. Another World in
You're just
1964.
saying words. Well, use your telepathy.
And she earned a daytime Emmy. Oh, I kind of want to see this one because it's called "You Know I Can't Hear You When the Water's Running."
That's a title.
Yeah, yeah, I want to see that.
It might have been as a result of this episode. The little
Oh,
girl's
hello, how's this
water.
going? Hey, and Eris is here, and so of course the bot will share Eris's channel, and Eris thanks us. You're welcome. Elsa tries to use her powers to beg Cora not to send her to school, but Cora can't read minds. So I don't know if that's working or if Ilsa can overpower that and force her to hear her words or to force the transmission of telepathic thoughts into a non-telepathic person.
This railing also looks like the one from Sing the Body Electric.
It probably is.
Mhm.
I didn't think about it. They didn't linger on it for long enough. I don't think it is. I felt like it was more curved.
Yeah, maybe.
And then Miss Frank is disturbed that Ilsa hasn't been to school. She even goes so far as to say that the fire was a blessing for Ilsa, which really highly
that
and
was-
rightly disturbs Cora.
Yeah. Oh, surely I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, she says, "What?" And Ilsa is brought down to meet Miss Frank, who promises to show her understanding. And she uses her Happy Halloween. I guess we know it's October.
I guess.
Okay, so
What?
I don't know. No, it's just
Take
just
a
absurd.
screenshot of that and use it as an avatar.
I should. No, I don't know. I don't know why I find the jack-o'-lantern so funny. It's not funny at all. Anyway, they're going to German Corners, Pennsylvania Elementary while Ilsa is attending class. And Cora leaves her at school. It's just like any normal first day at school terror horror. Except
Well, yeah.
this time you're
Very-
being paraded in front of the class. And
Yeah.
she says, well, you're going to have to be patient with Ilsa. She can't talk, so we're going to have to help her learn how to be
And
like
we're gonna
everybody else.
Fix that.
Yeah, we're going to fix this.
Yeah, and
we
all
can
the
fix
students look they like
her
they were
deficiencies.
fixed too. They're very disciplined.
They are. No. They're gonna make her just like everybody else, and so that's
Dude,
sad. That's a little bit sad.
let me
Now
see.
she's not gonna be able to join the Psy Corps.
I'm trying to read the writing on the chalkboard. What language is she teaching them?
The language? It's just a cursive.
But it's not like an alphabetical. Oh, O-P. Oh, that is a Q. It looks like a number 2 in cursive. That's right. R, S, T. Yeah, yep. It's the alphabet. There we go.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
just,
the alphabet in cursive.
yeah. Haven't used cursive in a long time.
I
Haven't
use it.
written in a long time.
Oh, you don't sign your name on anything anymore?
Oh, I do, but that's, that's a signature. That's a little different than actually,
Writing a
you know,
full letter in cursive.
yeah, or anything, because after a while it just becomes like something you do,
So in this scene, a little boy's reading about a boat, and he says ocean perfectly and correctly, but Miss Frank has to correct him and say that it's pronounced ocean. Who in the chat pronounces ocean as ocean?
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I promise I will respect your other pronunciation. I don't know. I've never said ocean in my life.
Yeah, I that made me wonder when I saw that. I was like, what?
So, and Ilsa is confused at the idea of literacy, preferring how her dad would teach her with pictures. Write letters? Write
Yeah,
stories? Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Old
We
man
just
bird.
used thoughts.
And Phantom Outsider's probably right. It must be a regional dialect. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Well, I'm from Pennsylvania, and we just said ocean. But this
And
is
there you
German
go.
Corners, PA.
It's a fact.
But yeah,
So,
here's where it also, to me, it's like, well, if her thoughts before didn't include words, like we just saw the imagery, we'd probably know what she's talking about, because this is what she's thinking with ocean or boat, is just the concept itself. She doesn't think of it in words. It's just that, if you were to describe that imagery, or not even describe it, because describing, you're using words, but if you just think that imagery, that's boat. What it is boat. But then
if we
boat's a
project
word.
all of her
I don't
power,
know.
if we project all of her powers, I don't know how far her seeing ability is, but can she not just see this boat, but actually, if this boat actually exists and is currently in use in the water, can she see
Well, they
aboard the
used
boat?
well, they used footage, so she was able to sense movement in the ocean and perhaps wind and all that just from, the picture.
Why in the 20th century are they showing kids sailing vessels?
Well, they do that in school.
Yeah, they do that. Row, row,
Yeah,
row your
we
boat,
saw
Banshee.
the boats from, or the ships from, the Age of Exploration. Cheers.
Euler Greg. Hello, Euler Greg. Cheers. Phantom Outsider, you will conform to our regional dialect and call soda pop without any explanation. Or in
Yeah,
Texas,
that's
sometimes they
right.
say, "Give
Pop.
me a Coke," and then you say, "What kind of Coke do you want?" "I want Dr. Pepper."
Yeah, that was weird for me too, because I was from southeastern PA and we just said soda or Coke and stuff like that. But Western PA, they frequently said pop. And the first time I heard that, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah. You go different
And then
places, you
in
gotta
a
learn
bit, I
different
was like,
words.
oh, soda pop. What are you, from the 50s?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that.
Look, that boat is not in wide use for trade at this time. Yeah, I agree.
What? You're supposed to see a speedboat there?
I agree that it is an old ship, but it is
But it's something you
for
would
learning
see.
purposes. Yeah.
Yeah, you would see that in schools. They like to use some sort of classic imagery a lot of times. And it's prettier than like you know, some steamboat.
hmm So then Miss Frank tries to get the class to help Elsa say her name. They say her name out loud.
It was more than helping. She was having the class almost like force it into her head.
Yes. Yes, so that the cacophony
Say your
starts to
name,
dim a
damn you.
little. Like, unlike anybody else, Ilsa can almost understand her. And she figures, and so not only that, Miss Frank can tell right away that Ilsa has telepathic abilities because her dad tried to raise her to be a telepath too and
But
become a
for a
medium.
different purpose. Yes,
Yeah,
to
yeah, to
become a
become a
medium.
medium.
You were designed to talk to the dead. And
And
Elsa's like,
Ilsa denies,
no,
no.
no, no, I don't know none of that.
Yeah, and I believe that. I believe that it
Yeah.
was more of a pure experiment of being telepathic, not, oh, let's talk to the dead and do this kind of weird stuff. Like, what? How does that play into this?
That was a
Now we're
different
getting
secret society.
now we're getting into supernatural stuff.
Well, this is pretty supernatural too. I mean, I
Well,
don't
I
know.
don't know. You can still sort of be scientific about it if it's
Okay, yeah.
just
This is
telepathy.
all right. The little girl Elsa is a sci-fi telepath. On the right, we have basically, I don't know, dark
Yeah,
occults
yeah,
telepath.
yeah, a supernatural occult telepath. Well, right. Spock is a science telepath. A
Mm,
sci-fi
true.
telepath.
Different universe, though.
Yeah, different. Yeah.
Shared a lot of the same actors, but different universe.
Well, yeah, he's been in an episode,
Mm-hmm. But they
and
didn't call
so
him Spock.
Miss Frank is projecting. Right, Miss Frank is projecting her experience with those abilities onto Ilsa and decides she must cure her of the affliction that she has. Like this is something awful and terrible, according to Miss Frank, that she has to fix. And so that's why
Mm-hmm.
she is using these extreme methodologies and kind of embarrassing, like making her parade in front of
Yeah.
the class
I
every day.
mean,
Oh
but it,
well that Elsa, she still can't say her name. We
but
gotta work on
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. But it at least provides a background story to the teacher and why she's so adamant in this case and maybe pushy because she is very pushy. And so it kind of rounds it out a bit, but still, you don't. It's like there's no excuse for a lack of compassion, too.
Yeah, she is very cold about it.
Yeah, it's not
But
Elsa's fault, but she
she
seems
is
almost
also
angry.
at the same time she has a bit of patience with her.
Yeah, yeah, a bit more patience than a
I think
cyborg would have.
I think this episode doesn't necessarily have a villain or anything, but she's the closest
No,
thing we have to an antagonist.
yeah,
Cora comes to pick her up, and Miss Frank is very proud of herself and says the next day and the next day and the next day. So she's like, I'm gonna wear this kid down until she says stuff. And yeah, because that's kind of dark. The closing words basically, she says she knows she's going to get Elsa to speak soon. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is addressed later. Oh, puppy.
here we go. Now that's a telepath right there.
Definitely. Dogs kind of are.
Hmm? And cats.
And so Germans have arrived.
The Germans have arrived.
These are the Werners. Or is
He's
it
alive.
Werners? So they have to ask this man where the authority is. Oh, wait, they mean the constable. No, wait, they mean the sheriff.
Yeah, he's in
And
charge. He takes all lost children into his home.
he just tells them, turn around. It's the building right there. Very convenient. And Maria is concerned, of course, with Ilsa. And Carl
Mhm.
says, "Yes, she's so talented. It's almost as if she was born telepathic." So we get this sense that she is the most progressed telepath of all the children.
Well, telepathy is a genetic trait,
Oh,
at
that's
least in
new.
the 23rd century.
So eventually, we're gonna head back to Wheeler's
Yeah,
house
see,
when my
there's
slides catch
hair
up.
on that lip.
Oh, okay, okay. You know what? Oh, you're right. Okay, so there is a mustache.
Yeah, so
Oh,
that's what confused me. I thought it was a different person, but I guess it was their way of aging him. Let's put a
I guess
mustache
so.
on
Yeah, it has been 10 years.
him. He grew a mustache in 10 years. Yeah, there we
Right.
go.
You can't really just gray hair because it's a black and white TV show.
Yeah. Good thing they didn't give her a mustache.
Yeah. And gee. Okay, what's going on in the chat? A few things are
Cracking
happening.
an egg.
Oh, right. She gets the egg. She gets that egg in the eggshell in her batter, and she tastes it, and she's like, "Yuck!" And she's
It's not
just
so
like,
much the taste, it's the choking potential.
"Yeah, I don't think she eats the eggshell, just the yolk." And so let's see, where are we?
I
Let me
think she
check
was
here. Did you
teaching.
ever see? Oh yeah, Phantom Outsider wanted to ask me, did you ever see The Miracle Worker with Anne Sullivan? Kick the tar out of deaf, blind Helen Keller. Oh my god, that's horrifying. No, I haven't seen that. Poor Helen Keller.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that. This might be a little bit like that,
that's how you
except
work miracles.
mhm.
That's how you teach the blind and deaf corporal punishment.
Well, oh my god.
No,
Well, that's how they did in the
I
past.
haven't seen it, but from what I remember in reading about it, the breakthrough was at a water well, and
Yes, right. And she talks about how the water feels.
mhm.
The Germans are coming. Yeah, yeah, they're here. I don't trust them based solely on their hats.
The mustache doesn't
Says
help either.
Fanty. Oh yeah, the mustache, right? Yeah, it's like they're trying to disguise something. What are they hiding? Yeah,
They
geez.
are in disguise. Use the mustache.
If she needs that dough, she better take off that ring or else it's disgusting. Dirty ring. Oh yeah, I
Oh
didn't think about
yeah,
that.
kind of like the Three Stooges, where they lose the ring in the food.
I wonder what she was gonna make with this batter. We never find out because at the Wheeler's house, she gets a call from Harry who tells her the ones from Europe are there to meet Ilsa. So of course Cora is not very happy, but of course she still is very nice to the visitors. And
It's the
poor Harry doesn't
60s.
know.
You got to
Yeah,
be
right.
pleasant to guests.
Right. She still knows how to be civilized even though she doesn't want to be. Very clearly. It's some good acting in terms of her very clearly not wanting to behave the way she's behaving.
They certainly have German faces.
Mhm. And Phantom Outsider says that he doesn't like their hats. So I actually have a video for that.
Well, he took his off. A gentleman would when entering someone else's residence.
But you get on my nerves, and I don't like your hat.
So that's for you, Phantom.
That's good that you have a video clip there for anyone who doesn't like a hat.
Yeah, I have videos for everything. And so, Harry's like, I don't know what happened to that letter. Jeez. But Maria and Carl know. They telepathically talk to each other, and they're like, oh, she burned that letter. But at the same time, they're very sympathetic to Cora because they know that she did it because she lost her baby in a drowning accident.
So I'm sorry, I guess I missed that. How did they get informed then if the letter was burned? Was it their telepathy?
Yeah, they just
Yeah, okay.
because they keep talking about the letter, and we just have to infer it that they're reading Cora's
Right.
mind, and inside her mind, we see another like they didn't want to do that goofy thing again where you see inside her head.
Yeah.
But if we saw that, they would see her burning the letter inside her mind because she knows what she did, and she probably starts thinking about it.
Here they let the audience infer. That's good. But
Yeah.
the sheriff would be none the wiser. He didn't know she burnt the letter.
Right. Right. Especially because they don't say it out loud.
Yep.
And they can't speak to her right away. Ilsa's still at school.
She's like, how did you find out? Damn it.
Yeah, she knows, they know, but she doesn't know that they know.
But what do they know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so there's the thumbnail. And Miss Frank is giving her simple verbal commands, showing that Ilsa can know how Ilsa knows how to process the spoken word now, so she can obey orders on command
Yeah,
now.
like sit, play dead,
Roll over.
roll over.
Yep. Okay, so what is Spidey saying here? Well, there are effective uses for corporal punishment. Worked in the 70s. Oh, there you go. Well, I mean, yeah, if it's parents, but I don't want a teacher doing it.
You're talking about the 1870s?
See, not liking hats is a good way to judge character. Even Cisco agrees. Yes. So you're going to hand a kid off to a woman who already lost a kid and publicly admits it. Oh, Phantom Outsider, it wasn't her fault.
She didn't lose her.
Well, yeah, he's talking
She
about
knew
Cora.
exactly where she was. She was in a lake.
Yeah.
And couldn't swim.
Yeah, there was a lot more freedom given to kids back then where they just go outside and play and okay, come back when the lights are on
Oh yeah,
outside.
I grew up with that freedom. I used to run around the woods and stuff.
Mhm. But that's why it is very important to teach your children how to swim. But sometimes even if you do, accidents happen.
Oh yeah, I did learn early how to swim.
Oh dear. Well, that's not for me to decide. This episode has decided for me.
What?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to say she's a dog. I'm just saying that she can understand words now that are spoken.
I'm the one
which
that
is
said like dog commands. I'm just being silly.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
said
he's
simple commands, so I'm the one that said, roll over, play dead. They did not do that in the episode.
They did not do that. The whole point is that she can understand commands now. She could not understand them at the beginning of the episode. Before, at the beginning, it sounded like wah, wah, wah. It sounded like, adults from
It was Charlie Brown's teacher.
It was not quite that nice sounding though. It was I wish I would have got a clip of it.
No, yeah,
But,
they used an effect on the voice to kind of garble it a bit. They didn't do the trumpet and mute thing.
Mhm. Yeah, I do know, Spidey, that teachers used to spank the kids, and there was less back talk then.
I remember, I guess, when I was in first grade, a teacher spanked a kid.
Mhm. Well, when I was a kid, you didn't see it. They went to the front office.
Yeah.
Phantom Outsider said, "Look, you want to pick up a kid announcing." Oh, already, you already lost. Well, okay. You're saying that again, Fenty, but you're acting like she did it on purpose. Tragedies happen.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's why today you can't do anything now. I
Yeah.
remember when I was a kid, kindergarten, first grade, I walked to school and I walked home for lunch and walked back again for afternoon.
Mhm.
You can't do that anymore. Now
Guess
schools are
not.
protected with barbed wire fences and everything like it's a prison.
Yeah. Well, and the world is, I guess, not as
Yeah,
trustworthy either.
I guess that's true. Yeah, that's probably the problem.
And
But there
so
is a
she
lot of overreaction too.
that's true too. Kids should be able to be kids, but and there should also be somebody watching them somewhere. I guess back then it would be the neighborhood was watching. So Miss Frank once again asks her name, and Ilsa once again cannot answer. So this time, Miss Frank asks the class to use their minds to say Ilsa's name. And so then we
Now she's
finally
teaching them to be telepaths. What's going on here, lady?
kind of, right?
All
There's a
these
bit of that,
unregistered telepaths?
but it doesn't seem to work. But this is some training that's building up that's going to come boil over in just a minute as they arrive home. And Maria and Carl look pleased, and they meet with Ilsa and try to talk to her. But now their telepathic speech sounds garbled, just like the regular speech used to be garbled to
Oh
Ilsa. Now it's
no.
reversed. Oh no, she cannot register as a telepath now. She can't understand.
Well, then she's no longer required to register as a telepath. As long as you lose your ability, you don't need to be governed by Psycor.
Yeah. And she starts saying that her name is Ilsa.
Yeah.
And she yells it. That would be another clip I would have got if I weren't worried about demonetization. And so their telepathy sounds, yeah, so it doesn't
I'm
sound good.
wondering why you're a little worried about demonetization.
I wonder why. Did it almost happen yesterday? Yeah,
Well,
kind
it
of.
did
Well, it
happen.
actually did happen,
Yeah,
but
YouTube screwed all your members up for a day.
yeah. And so they're all like, my membership's paused. What's going on? The Warners realize that she's lost her powers, so they decide to let the Wheelers adopt Ilsa, even though they had legal rights to her somehow, given to her, given to them by her parents.
Yeah. And so she sees the girl suffering and comes
Yeah.
in to hug her, protect her, comfort her. And the lady here, German lady, notices.
Well, and not just that, but Cora begins yelling, you can't take Ilsa. She's not yours. You have no right." So she does that yelling again. And
But they
but
know that,
they know.
they
They
know
know
that.
her intent is good, but is intent good enough?
Well, they also know that they don't have a right to take her. They're not family, so they don't really
Oh,
have
yeah,
to.
they do. They say at the end that they did have legal rights according to the parents to take them. But Carl
Oh,
lies. Carl
according to
lies
the
and says,
parents? Oh, they were like some sort of
I don't know if it was
fallback
specifically,
parents.
well, that's what godparents are, but they don't say the
Oh,
word
yeah, that's
godparents.
true. That's true. I guess so. But
Yeah,
is there
Carl
somewhere where you legally define godparents?
hmm.
I don't know because, well, you
Yeah, I
might
guess
know
I don't
because
know.
you have
I guess
children.
I guess it should be put in the will. Yeah. You should make a will and have that in there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I guess they had their ducks in order. But Carl lies saying that they're of no relation to her and that they let her go with Cora.
Man, I'm wondering to this day and age, though, you know, um, if you if a young couple loses their life tragically early and they didn't have a will, hmm, they may have like verbally defined godparents, but I guess the state doesn't see it that way.
Well,
Probably.
I think family might be able
Yeah,
to take
family. Yeah.
over, but
Unless
without
it's an 80s TV show like Different Strokes or Webster.
right.
I guess that was before your time.
No, I have seen one episode of one or two episodes of Different Strokes. So even though they're sad about it, they let her stay in America. And this is where it's finally revealed. This was the mystery of the whole episode about how Ilsa survived the fire. She escaped the fire because her parents, even though they were trapped and they couldn't move, they telepathically guided their daughter away from the house. And I guess she passed out from the fumes. And Carl is lamenting the loss of her telepathic powers. It's so sad. It is. This
Yep.
is kind of sad. It was all that work.
Yeah.
And she said she hasn't lost anything.
Because the love is
Because
more important.
yeah, love is more important, but I don't see why she had to throw her original parents under the bus here. Like, oh, they were experimenting on her, and the experiment came first. She was less than a daughter. It says here for them, Ilsa was less than a daughter, then she was an experiment.
Yeah.
She's going
Well,
to be all
she's the
right.
one that had a little bit of concerns about the whole idea in the first place.
That's true. That's true.
So she's being consistent with her character.
Mm. Although I will hope, I have to hope in universe that Cora gets some therapy for her grief as she becomes a mother to Ilsa. And we get a closing narration. It has been noted in a book of proven wisdom that perfect love casteth out fear.
Mm-hmm.
While it's unlikely that this observation was meant to include that specific fear, which allows the loss of extrasensory perception, the principle remains, as always, beautifully intact. Case in point, that of Ilsa Nielsen, former resident of the Twilight Zone. So I guess she made it out of the Twilight Zone.
Well, that was something that impressed me with Rod Serling's kind of monologue at the end there, because he rightfully does juxtapose love and fear as opposites, which is um, actually true. Philosophically speaking, the opposite of fear is love, and the opposite of love is fear, as opposed to love hate.
Mhm.
Because
That quote
fear
comes
is
from
the source of hate.
that quote itself comes from the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
1 John 4:18.
Oh, well, then that would be why it has importance and,
Mhm.
you know, tis
Well,
truth.
well, there you go. And that's the episode. She found a family. Elsa has a family, but she lost her powers.
Oh, well,
Yeah, oh well.
she gets to live like the rest of us mundanes,
Mhm. Yes, just like everybody else.
but she's got love.
Mhm. Well, she actually gets to be a kid, and she wasn't able to be one, apparently. I mean, we're just
Really?
guessing.
No, we
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
There's
We
nothing
don't
to
know anything.
juxtapose.
Like, we don't see anything of her childhood except for when her dad teaches her about a sailboat.
Yeah. But I guess the whole thing was we go on what the lady said. that the parents were more concerned about the experiment than I guess the happiness of their child. I
It
mean,
feels
we
like
don't
that's
have
a
anything
projection of her
specific there.
view. Yeah, that
Yeah,
feels like a projection of her view on the experiment as a whole rather than possible reality. It's possible that Ilsa really loved, enjoyed that life. We haven't seen enough of it to tell for sure.
well, that's why they have books, and I guess maybe
We
the
don't know,
novelette.
but we can still judge. Well, that's true. Well, I guess if they're telepaths, they can spy on each other according to the powers presented in this episode. If you were a
German
telepath, would you want to broadcast
spies.
it? No, yeah, that's why when they show up, no, that's actually written in the episode, fan, because when they show up, they say, "Should we tell her about Elsa?" No, we don't have to tell her. Let's not tell her anything we don't have to tell them.
Yeah, yeah. No, they didn't let on that they had telepathic abilities. And of course, these new adoptive parents have no idea that Elsa was telepathic. Maybe just that she could
Yeah,
sense
it doesn't
things.
come up. It doesn't come up until she has that outburst.
Yeah.
And well, anyway, we'll also have another episode next week. So here's the preview for that. Once again, Mr. Richard Matheson lets
Oh,
his
yeah.
typewriter.
Jack Klugman also.
Yep. Mr. Mr. Richard Matheson lets his typewriter pay us a return visit next time out on Twilight Zone with a story called Death Ship. Now, this one is for science fiction aficionados, ghost story buffs, and any and all who file away clues with an eye toward outguessing the writer. On the next Twilight Zone, Messrs. Jack Klugman, Ross Martin, and Fred Beer take an extended trip through space on a death ship. Yay, we're going to have a Twilight Zone with a spaceship.
Yeah. And it's even a flying saucer like thing.
Oh no, is it another Forbidden Planet
I
saucer?
haven't
I
seen
don't
the
know.
episode yet.
I
I'll be
haven't seen it
watching
yet
it for
either.
next week, but I saw a preview on the with this episode.
Yeah.
And so it looks like a flying saucer.
Oh, Phantom Outsider has an interesting theory. They're only saying she lost them. Maybe she still has her powers and is messing with people. But I know
Maybe.
they
Well,
did
the
show in the
voices were
last season.
garbled. The telepathic voices were garbled. It was, I guess, symbolically, it was showing, no, she wants to shut out these people. She doesn't really know them. And even though they're being telepathic with her, she's choosing the love of her newfound, adoptive mother.
It's
Even though
possible.
she didn't really adopt her yet. It's just.
They were in the process of it. Harry apologizes. I'm sorry I didn't hear anything back from the letter I sent you. So we started adoption processes.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And
That's
Phantom
Jill with her
Outsider went to
keen eye for detail.
Yeah, somehow I remembered that. Phantom Outsider went to Catholic school in high school. Oh, and in high school went to public school, but they did not let you leave for lunch until the 12th grade.
Oh,
I don't remember when I was able to leave for lunch. I think it was junior year. I think for me it was junior.
well, I mean, where
So,
I grew up, the kindergarten and first grade, the school that had those grades was about 4 blocks away from where I lived, so it wasn't much.
mhm. Death Ship is a good episode, says Gavin. I can't wait. I can't wait. It looks good. Would you go onto a ship called the Death Ship? What a terrible travel agent. Well, I think probably the ship's name is not Death
No,
Ship.
probably not.
It just becomes the one.
Well, and they have uniforms, so it seems to be more like military oriented or something like that.
Oh, Phantom Outsider saying she was blocking the Germans deliberately so she wouldn't have to go with them. Wow.
Oh,
Interesting.
maybe.
It would be a better story if she was choosing Cora for herself.
Well, I think she
And I would
was.
give her some agency.
I think the way they kind of um showing her face there, you could see it seemed to be an act of will from the expression on her face, saying her name. It was
Mhm.
like symbolically saying her name was like because the name was the way that the teacher was using to try and get her to cross over to speaking. And then at the end, her first speech is saying her name. It was almost like a symbol of her choosing that and choosing that path um, because of the woman that was holding her, was better than the people using telepathy standing there looking, with mustaches and everything.
Well,
One with a
and
hat,
bad
one with a
hats.
mustache.
Well, yeah, and that's a sad thing if this is the first time in her life she's ever been shown compassion, which is difficult to believe, but maybe it's true. I'm not quite sure. But one thing we can be sure of is that I've got to go. I've got to go talk about Star Trek on another channel, but I've got to see, I want to see if I can hook it up to this one when I leave. I'm going to try one more time.
Give it a shot. It's worth a try.
Right. Redirect. Put that in there. There it is. Oh, I got it this time. Okay, now it worked. Okay, you will be sent to Madman's channel, and he doesn't start until 2, but I'm gonna leave right now so I can get ready for it and have a little lunch before I go combat the vile Kurtzman Trek.
Oh. You might want to bring your write up for the J.J. Abrams Into Darkness speech that you wrote.
Well, and it'll also feature Scotty R37, who is there to love New Trek, and so we're gonna have a spirited discussion because I do not. But it's okay as long as there's respect and
So, yeah, what
conversation, it's gonna be
is
fun.
so it's about Kurtzman Trek in general or
No, it's
the latest
specifically
edition?
the episode 9 of Starfleet Academy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen any of that, but I've seen plenty of videos about it.
Mhm.
Robert Picardo. What a shame.
Uh-oh, I'm making Gavin sick, so we better go.
Okay.
That's all for this time in the Twilight Zone. Thanks again for everyone being amazing in the chat and sticking with me through the tough waters of almost
Tough
being
water.
or being the tough waters being demonetized and then being remonetized and then having your membership paused and then having it reinstated. Thanks for putting up with all that. And
Yeah.
we'll be back later tonight for a special stream that I wasn't even sure was going to happen today, but now it can. So, yeah, that's good. And I'll see you then. See you around.
Take
Thanks.
care.
Oh wait a second. I forgot to ask you to tell me what you're doing this week.
Oh, well, we are having a Friday show where it's the Earworms Music on the Wayfarer Project, and we'll be talking about the Mahavishnu Orchestra, John McLaughlin. And then on the Sunday show, we're continuing with Babylon 5, Season 2, Episode 3, Geometry of Shadows. So we're getting into the deep, long story arc of the Shadow War.
I like the name of that episode. I don't know what it is, but it sounds great.
Well, you'll have to tune in to find out.
It's true. I could tune in to find out. And it looks like
Gavin will
Gavin
be
is
there.
saying Gavin will be there. Jill and Lawrence are great.
Gavin has a public service announcement he provided me with, so that will be going into the show as well. There's some slippery surfaces there in the UK that we need to avoid.
You are great. I am great.
And so we'll see you around. Thanks for being here, everyone. And thanks to Spidey, thanks to Gavin, thanks to Phantom Outsider, thanks to everyone who made it. And we'll see you all next time.
Learn all that is learnable.
And the ways our differences combine to create meaning and beauty.
It has always been easier to destroy than to create.
May we together become greater than the sum of both of us.
Well, now you have something new to think about. Carry on.
All right, move along. Done. Stop it. Get off of the things. Go outside. Get some food. It's like, it's a time of day where you live. Go do something. Shut up, Snoopy. I don't care. You smoke too much. Let's go. Let's go adventure. Let's go explore.
See you around the galaxy.